Hi everyone, and welcome to my first real video. To kick this series off, I will explain to you probably the two most commonly used advanced stats, Corsi and Fenwick. These are very easy to learn about on your own, but hey, you're on YouTube. You don't want to do that. Okay, please don't leave. Please. So the idea behind these statistics is that each player, even individually, has an effect on how many shots are taken for and against their team. Because the only way to score on a goalie is to, well, take shots, a player who has a positive effect on shots taken should, in theory, make your team more likely to score and the other team less likely to score. So in other words, big number, say person, more likely to make team win. So how do we calculate these stats? For Corsi, we have to count how many shots, blocks, and misses occurred for and against the player's team when they were on the ice in a 5-on-5 situation. Let's pretend there's a player named Joe Schmo. This season, when Joe was on the ice, his team took 500 shots, missed 500 shots, and blocked 200 shots. The opposing team took 400 shots, missed 400 shots, and blocked 200. Now, let's add this up. 500 plus 500 plus 200 equals 1200. 400 plus 400 plus 200 equals 1000. Finally, let's subtract 1000 from 1200. 1200 minus 1000 equals 200. This means that 200 more positive things, these being shot attempts and blocks, happened than negative things when Joe was on the ice. Good job, Joe. To phrase this in a plus-minus sort of way, Joe had a Corsi of plus 200. But plus-minus is a dumb stat, which is a video for another time. Most analytics nerds prefer to phrase the stats in terms of percentage. To calculate Joe's Corsi percentage, we must take his Corsi points and divide them by Corsi points plus negative Corsi points. Joe had 1200 Corsi points and allowed 1000 negative Corsi points. Here is a formula for Corsi percentage. For this formula, we will refer to Corsi points as CF, Corsi for, and negative Corsi points as CA, Corsi against. Corsi percentage equals Corsi for divided by, in brackets, Corsi for plus Corsi against. Corsi percentage equals 1200 divided by, in brackets, 1200 plus 1000. Corsi percentage equals 1200 divided by 2200. So Corsi percentage equals 0.545454 and so on. This is rounded to 55%. This means that Joe's Corsi is 55% positive. Any Corsi percentage above 50% means that the player has an overall positive effect on shot attempts and blocks. Alright, you may say, that's fine and dandy. What's the difference with Fenwick? Well, very little actually. Fenwick says blocks are stupid and bad, so we shouldn't count them. To calculate Fenwick, just do everything I just did, but without the blocks. Now personally, I tend to agree that blocks are generally pretty lucky, so I lean towards using Fenwick instead of Corsi. But really, Corsi and Fenwick rankings are very similar, whatever you prefer really. Lastly here, we get to relative Corsi and Fenwick, which is just comparing your stats to the team average. For this, the formula is Corsi percentage while player is on ice minus Corsi percentage when player is not. This way you can compare an individual player's performance against the team average. Anything above 0 means the player is above average in the stat. Anything below 0 means the player is below average in the stat. This is a very useful tool because your Corsi and Fenwick can be brought down by your team. For comparing players in different teams, relative Corsi and Fenwick are probably better to use. Anyways, now that we've explained all that, we have to discuss the flaws of Corsi and Fenwick in the next video. Boy, I'm lazy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Click your favorite buttons on the YouTube thing, preferably a green thumb and an ugly red rectangle. So long.